Hi, my name is Stephen Pope, and I'm My Amazon Guy. I'm a consultant that helps other people sell on Amazon, and today I'm going to be talking about my own products. This is one of my side hustles here, and in this video I'll be talking about how to launch a product. The theme of this particular video will be external traffic. So you'll see here I'm selling some funny wine glasses. I'm going to show them off. I'm hopeful that a few people watching this will make a purchase to help me out. And this is one method on how to get external traffic. So I've got Mom Juice here. You'll notice I've got multiple secondary images. I've got Hakuna Moscata. I'm calling out that it's made in the USA. I'm throwing in a funny image. I'm showing the product with multiple colorations, different wine colors, different angles. I've got O for Fox's sake. And finally, show me your kitties. So all of these are just ridiculous products. I totally know that. This is a shameless plug for my own products, but I'm going to use it as an example on how to launch your own products. So if you're trying to find these, there's a link in the description. The brand name is Momster, so if you type in Momster Funny Wine Glasses on Amazon, they will come up. So first things first, when you're trying to get your product off the ground, today is the first day that this product was purchasable. You're going to notice in the top right here, it says in stock January 28th. On the back end in Seller Central, there's only one available. The rest are in reserve. This is common and normal, and nothing's wrong with that. So whenever you're launching a new product, it takes a couple of days for those to fully check in. In this case, a full 5 days. So they're purchasable in the meantime. And today's the 23rd of January when I'm shooting this video, and they will ship on the 28th. So essentially, this allows Amazon to get the items online faster, but they're currently being checked in. This especially happens with brand new items. So if it's a restock, less likely to occur. Plus, you already have stock in stock, so not an issue there. Okay, so a couple of observations. There's already images up and running, right? I've called out some value propositions. I've made optimized titles. I want this product to rank for funny wine glasses, presents for her, girlfriend, wife, gag gift. You know, behind the scenes, I've built some enhanced brand content. It is not live yet. It usually takes about a week for enhanced brand content to go live. And so that's kind of where I'm at in this journey of a product. So I have a trademark for Momster. I've got a storefront. I'll show you here. Very basic storefront built where I'm just pushing product. I have not invested in graphic design much, although I do have my header graphic here. And on this screen, you're going to see here, I've got some enhanced brand content that's in review. So I published it on the 20th, right up in, trying to get it right online for my product launch. I've ordered a few hundred glasses per page. On this screen, you're going to see the enhanced brand content that I've built. This is called a product grid. So anytime you've got parentage set up for products with variations, I highly recommend you set up a product grid. I did not take the time to resize these to be precisely 150 by 300. Most people don't. But if you want these to look even better, it's ideal if you resize those product grid with a 150 by 300 product grid. You'll notice I've got some checklists to compare the products, best for, just some funny things. I've added in some additional imagery, a ton of text, my brand story, etc. So this is part of the launching of a new product checklist. You're going to want to make sure that you've got your title, you've got your bullets, your photo. You'll notice how well cropped this image is. So the cropping is very tight. This wine glass looks gigantic because of that. There's no white space at the top and the bottom. That is done on purpose so that when it shows up in search results, it'll look much bigger. So if you were to type in funny wine glass, you can see some of the competition that I'm dealing with here. All of them, for the most part, have fairly well cropped images because they show large on search results. And that's exactly why it's important to have those cropped the way they are. Because if they're not cropped this way, it's hard to read them, and you're less likely to get clicks. So those are some of the challenges you got to think about when you're launching a product. Images are 50% of your conversion story. The rest of it might be divided up into your copy and some of the other assets and what your product is about and what it means and its price point, etc. So in any case, whenever you're launching a product, so you want to optimize the page. That's basically what this video to this stage has summarized. You need to optimize the page and get that done. The next step is to build traffic. So you're going to want to get into your back end and start in Seller Central and start building some sponsored product ads. So I'll pull that back up. We'll go back to Seller Central, and we're going to go to the Campaign Manager. And I've started to create these campaigns today. So they're super brand new. I actually created a new campaign for my launch. So I'm going to sort and go locate that. So let's see if we can find it here. I got a couple of different campaigns going on right now. There we go. Found it. So new funny glassware singles, what I called it, because I've got previous funny wine glasses I'm selling. So a couple of strategies here. I've created a generic ad group where I'm putting generic keywords. Then so far I've created the Mom Juice ad group, and inside here I'm going to be targeting specific things that I think this particular flavor or variation, if you will convert for. So funny mom or mom-related keywords, Mom Juice, which is also the main product title. So, and you'll also notice I've also done some match types. So I've done phrase, broad, and exact. This is a super 5-minute setup. So if you're just getting started, this is really easy to mirror. Go in there and choose 5 to 6 keywords that you think are going to be ideal. You can use the program's recommendations, and I'll build another one to show you how I do this. Over time, you're going to up these keywords to 100 plus keywords. You'll notice I put in some somewhat conservative bids, and I'm going for some conservative spend because it's a side hustle. It's not my main income, so I'm not trying to go crazy with it. So many of you are going to be doing very similarly, where you're side hustling some products and you want to do a conservative bid launch. So most categories can get away with a 75-cent base bid on some generic keywords. The more niche your keyword is, the more lower your bid can be, i.e. the longer the keyword is, or the more less likely somebody is to search for it, less competition, you can get away with lower bids. Simultaneously, you'll have lower impressions. All right, so let's go ahead and create an ad group now. So we're going to do one for the Fox. I'm going to type in Fox, and I'm going to add that here. I'm going to put a default bid of 75 cents. That's fine. I'm going to use keyword targeting. Product targeting is a new beta tool. Everybody we've tested this on client-wise has not done well. I would avoid it for now. And then now we get to the suggested keywords. So when you're first launching a new product, these keywords tend to be pretty bad. But I know what to look for. So, I tried to put the funny wine glass stuff in my generic ad group. So I'm trying to look for things that are very specific to this particular glass. So, for Fox's sake, I'm also going to add a very generic and dangerous word, just simply Fox, because I think it has potential. And I'll let the data choose whether that will work long term. And then I'm going to look through the rest of the suggested list, and there's really nothing here that's specific to my glass for Fox's sake. And my generic ad group has many of these other ones, like funny wine glasses for women, birthday presents for her, etc. Okay, so we're going to add those 2 keywords there. I'm going to come in here and do a phrase match for Fox's sake. And you're going to notice it gives me some additional options. So I'm going to add in with the, all of these other iterations. That makes sense. So obviously I'm selling a wine glass. None of these other ones are going to work. So now I'm going to look and type in Fox. And Fox Gifts is a great one for Fox Gifts, Fox Presents, Fox Gift, Fox Presents. And I'm going to add all of these iterations in too. Fox Presents for women. I have a women-oriented brand. Obviously, men could buy it too, but I think I'll probably convert better for women, so I want to advertise specifically to them. And I'm just going to keep looking, for additional Fox. Did not mean to add all of those. so we'll just simply delete some of those out. But it's interesting to see if there's anything else worth adding. So nope, all those are good. So I'm going to add all those in for phrase. I'm going to add all those in for exact. And I'm going to add all those in for broad. And the reason I do that is because they're going to convert differently based on that. I do cover the differences between these match types in another video, but in short, broad is going to be very generic related to the keyword. Phrase, it's going to have your exact phrase in some other iteration with it. So maybe somebody types in blue fox wine glass, well, mine will come up if I didn't have the word blue, but I had fox wine glass as a phrase. And exact, they typed in exactly that to find my product. So you can also see here the bid on Fox is much lower in the recommendation, and I'm going to bid downward for that. So these are some competitive or not very competitive bidding, so that's interesting. So I'm actually going to come in a little high on some of these on purpose to get the product off the ground because I'm willing to pay up to 75 cents. So all these bids, I checked them out. Those look good. I'm not going to negate anything today. I'm going to negate 2 to 4 weeks from now once I've seen some data and figure out what's not working. But you know, no kid or child or anybody young is going to want to buy this. So you know, you might want to add things that you know will never work for your ad group and add them in. You can also add keywords at the campaign level. Makes it a little bit easier. So we'll show you how to do that. So I'm going to add some negative keywords in for here. And I actually didn't save that, so make sure you hit the save button. To get here, you just go to the campaign level and hit negative keywords. So you can see the ad group now. We set up Fox. I've looked at Mom Juice. I'm going to do the other two after this video. So that's traffic within the Amazon ecosystem. So following this, to get your first sales, I recommend that you go ahead and make your first purchase on your personal account for your own item. Obviously, I'm not suggesting you write reviews. Anything, terms and conditions, can violate Amazon, but it's okay to buy your own product. There's nothing wrong with that whatsoever. Then what you're going to want to do is go to your friends and family and get them to make a purchase just to get it off the ground. Whether you give them a coupon or a discount, it's up to you. But you do want to give them what I call a super URL. To build a super URL, I'll show you how to do that. And what is a super URL is basically it's a URL signal with keywords in the UTF code of the URL that will tell Amazon that somebody sought for that keyword when they made your purchase. The easiest way to build a super URL is to go to your storefront by simply clicking on your store name. So right here, not to be confused with your brand name, but your actual sold by store name. So click on that. Then go to your products and then type in the keyword that you want to rank for. So if I want to rank for, for Fox's sake, I'm going to type that in. I'm going to click on my products. In the URL, you're going to now notice that the keywords are right there. Keywords equals for Fox's sake. So you grab that and then you give that URL to your friends and family. You can hide the URL and shrink it to, a bit.ly or whatever you want to do to make it look a little bit better. There's nothing wrong with that. The keywords will still work just fine. So you want to get your first sales, friends and family, make the first order yourself. Okay, then now you're going to the next level. If you've got a brand page on Facebook or anything like that, post it there. Post it on your personal Facebook. Those are all free options. Then let's start talking about paid options. One of the most important things you could do is to generate as many sales as possible, and often the case, one of the best ways to do that is to do what's called a viral launch. There are other programs out there. I am most familiar with Viral Launch, but basically you give your product for 90% off. Viral Launch costs $400 to do a single launch. Pricing is very expensive. To do a viral launch, I estimate it will cost you somewhere around $1,500. So it's a big investment. And if you don't have the money for that, just ignore the rest of this conversation. But $1,500, $400, which goes to viral launch, and the rest is, somewhere between 100 and 200 products you're going to give away, your cost of goods, as well as your fulfillment fees to Amazon. So an average fulfillment fee for a wine glass is $3.19. You are going to give these at 90% off, and then Amazon's going to give a referral fee of 15% with a $1 minimum. So typically speaking, if you give something for 90% off, you're going to be paying Amazon $3.19 minimum to give a product away. So if I give away 200 products, that's $600 bucks, add the 400 from viral launch, or if I do 300 products, you're getting close to that $1,500 mark, to give you an idea. The reason that works is because it sends the URL signal to Amazon. Anybody who makes those purchases are definitely bottom dweller coupon bargain shoppers. They are not going to buy again from you at full price. They're one and done individuals, not going to be long-term customers. There's no acquisition value. It is purely an opportunity to get your initial sales. On your back-end detail reporting, those sales will come in at full value, but you will only be charged from Amazon for the 10% that you're actually getting from the customer. Make sure you use single-use coupons when you do that. If you're like, I'm not ready for a viral launch, what are my other options? Well, you could, on your own personal Facebook page, create some 40% off codes and give those away and stuff like that. That's definitely doable. So if you're going to do some pay-per-click ads off external traffic really is the theme of 2019, in my opinion. And so you really do need to start playing with it. But until you spend $1,000 per month on Seller Central in ads, I wouldn't worry too much about external traffic. You need to be within that ecosystem to begin with. But the reason external traffic is so important is to get your product off the ground with Amazon. They have no reason to rank my mom juice when there's 10 other mom juices out there. What's special about mine? Nothing. Other than the fact that I'm going to market it and I'm going to position it and tell people, hey, the way that my lettering is done here is better than somebody else's, right? But initially, Amazon has no incentive to organically rank my product. That's why external traffic is important, because you send traffic to the page, generate sales, and then it starts to get its initial lift. I've had products on Amazon for some companies in the past where prior to engaging me, they've had the item listed for 12 months with 0 sales. We'll go in there and make one single order, and then 5 orders will happen the next month. That's just simply because we caused an external traffic to go make that first purchase, which positions the product appropriately. So that's why we're having that conversation about external traffic. So get your first sales, and then your external traffic can leverage your listing to get some keyword rankings. Once you have keyword rankings, you can then say, hey, keywords that are in positions 20 through 30 or 11 through 30, these are your opportunity zone keywords that you want to focus on even more, and you're going to start to position those as well. One of the other things you want to do is to make sure that your back end is fully optimized. So go to your back end and go to the edit details page and make sure you've got keywords filled in. So one of the things that's on my docket to do today, this afternoon, is to fill in keywords. So if you have a keyword misspelling, the best place is to put it here. If you want to put something in a different language, so if you want to put it in Spanish, so the word gato, that's a Spanish word for cat. I'm going to be putting that in here, and probably some Spanish word for kitties. Technically speaking, show me your kitties as a keyword is the most important keyword for me, is not going to help me to put it in the search terms back here because it's indexed from the product title. So really, ideally, the search terms back here are more ideal for keywords that are going to help rank for additional keywords that are not necessarily in the title of your product or in the copy. But nonetheless, if you don't know what to put in, it's better to put something than nothing. So if you're trying to figure out what to start with, put something like very generic in that you understand. So present, gift, these are all generic keywords. Very difficult to rank for these, obviously, but it's something that can help position the product. So I want to make sure that at least some baseline keywords are positioned in there to do that. You can fill in target audience. To be honest, nobody really knows the impact of this, but it's not public facing, so it's really not a problem to put something into the target audience here. People that like funny or humor, those are the kinds of things that could help position the product just slightly, 1% edge kind of stuff. Anyway, so that's my video. If you would like help launching your own products on Amazon, you can contact me. Just simply go to myamazonguy.com/contact and fill out this quick form, just letting me know how I can help you. Maybe show me a link to your products. The first 10 people that are willing to make a purchase for the products I showed you here today, there is going to be a 90% off coupon in the comments. So feel free to pick up one of these wine glasses to help me out. Really appreciate it. Hope you guys have success in your own Amazon journey. And if you need help and support, I'm a consultant that helps full-time corporations or side hustlers and everybody in between starting. We've launched more than 70 brands on Amazon, so we're here to help. Thanks again, and talk to you later.